it's me, Dr. Filippo. Welcome again to another edition of Dr. Filippo. And today we are going to be interviewing a very interesting guest, one that is a little bit polarizing, I would say. You know, lots of men want to be him, lots of women want to be with him, maybe even some dudes. I don't know. But also, there's some people who do have a little bit of issues with some of his actions and little things. Of course, I'm talking about opera's favorite bad boy, Mr. Don Giovanni. Mr. Giovanni, how you doing today, my friend?
Hello, Dr. Filippo. How are you today, my friend?
I'm doing wonderful myself. Now, for those people who aren't very familiar with you, if there are any, I mean, there's just so much about you out there. Why don't you give them a little bit of your background so they can understand where you're coming from?
Yes, Dr. Filippo. You might say that I'm not really from anywhere, yet I've been everywhere. You see, I have traveled the globe due to my extreme wealth and good looks. I can get pretty much anything I want, anytime I want, from whomever I want. I've been to London, I've been to France, and I've gone many places without my underpants. I know that's a lame joke. However, the truth of it truly rings true.
I have heard that going commando is quite freeing, but haven't really tried it. Maybe I will sometime. That's very interesting. Now, Giovanni, we all know that every person has some good and some bad within them. What would you say are some of your really good traits, and also what are some things maybe you need to work on?
Yes, Dr. Filippo. My two greatest strengths are the fact that I have an extreme passion for life and for living it to the fullest. And the other is the fact that I am extremely goal oriented. And when I see something that I want, I am relentless in the pursuit of getting that thing. Now, that goes into all aspects of my life, whether it's business where I make tons of money, or whether it's getting in shape to be this extremely hot, or whether it's with the ladies. I am relentless in making sure that happiness is the end game. Now, some of the collateral damages that come with all of this are the fact that I do take advantage of people because I want happiness. I also break the hearts of many women on a regular basis, but I can't help it. You see, I fall in love with these women so quickly, and ironically also fall out of love with them so quickly, sometimes in under 2 minutes, if you catch my drift.
I can see how that would definitely create a lot of problems for you, but at the same time, YOLO. I mean, you're living it up, Don Giovanni. So I guess just be careful in all the things that you do. Now, as I think about what you said, I can see as a psychologist that can lead to a lot of problems down the road for you. Mainly in the fact that there are going to be people who definitely get upset when they realize what you're doing. Now, I mean, you can't have all enemies, you'd have no friends, right? So, who are some of the most important people in your life?
You're right, Dr. Filippo. It is very hard for me to get and maintain friends. However, there is one man who is the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. He's my wingman, he's my cover up man, he's my confidant, and most importantly, he's creating a collection of all the women I've ever slept with, which is such a sight to see. You should check it out sometime. His name is Leporello.
Hey, you can't have too many friends, but I mean, I guess one's enough. Alright, well, let's move on. Now, one of the things I like to do with all my guests is to do what's called the lightning round, which are a bunch of quick questions that help us get to know somebody a little bit better. And also, they're just quick responses from you. It's just kind of the first thing that comes to you. So, here we go. First one is, Giovanni, what's on your DVI?
On my DVR, of course, I have things like How I Met Your Mother, Because who doesn't love Barney? I mean, I'm basically Barney. It's wonderful. Also, I love the Real Housewives in any city because I love looking at the ladies, and also I can study how they interact so that can help me down the road. And lastly, I love Austin Powers because that Dr. Evil, he really does something for me. He's very goal oriented. Now, granted, he doesn't always win and get what he wants, but he is so inspiring to me.
I guess I can't be surprised by you liking Barney. I mean, he's basically you. I think you nailed it on the head. And also, Dr. Evil, I don't really see you as necessarily evil, but I feel that you're trying to take the world over in terms of the ladies. So, I guess I can see that there. Now, Giovanni, what is your favorite food?
I have to be very selective in the foods that I eat because when you look this hot, you have to take extreme measures. However, the one thing I can never get enough of is a really good aged whiskey. It makes everything better.
Whiskey. That's very nice. Now, if you could solve one of the world's problems, what would it be?
I think the greatest tragedy in this whole entire world is the fact that there are people out there who do not get the love that they need. They do not get the love that they deserve. Which is why I make such a concerted effort to make love to as many women as humanly possible. Now, there are those dissenters out there that say, Giovanni, you're just being a pig. You're just being a horny dude and taking advantage of women. However, that is not how I see this. I see sex as a moral good, a necessity, and that I am doing a public service by sleeping with all these women.
Wow, a public service? I don't know. That's beyond my pay grade to figure that one out. Now, who would be your dream dinner guest, Giovanni?
My dream dinner guest would be the most interesting man in the world, the guy from the Dos Equis commercial. Because we are both interesting men, people want to know about us, they want to be us. Also, I do love a good Dos Equis.
That is true, he is pretty interesting. Alright, one more, Giovanni. And I bet this is going to get real interesting seeing that it's coming from you. What is one of your favorite memories from your life?
I'm going to preface one of my favorite experiences of my life by saying this is the kind of first date that you don't knock until you try it. I met a woman while I was out doing business. She was wonderful. She was a elementary school teacher. She also had her own kids. But thankfully for me, she was coming to my town in a short time. We ended up getting together at an unusual place because it was the only place that she could go while she had her kids. And that place was none other than Chuck E. Cheese. Yes, that Chuck E. Cheese. Now, gratefully for us, they sell alcohol at Chuck E. Cheese. Great move by that organization. I mean, how else are you going to get through an experience with children at Chuck E. Cheese other than alcohol? But I digress. We ended up having a great time, had some good laughs, and then while her kids were playing in the video games and all that, we had our fun too, if you catch my drift.
Chuck E. Cheese on a first date? Your depravity knows no bounds, Don Giovanni. Well, thank you so much for joining us today here talking with this very interesting man, Don Giovanni. We hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for coming, DG, and I will see y'all later.